Thanks for the support as a channel member, Kenny Gray. Remember how this season we've made quite the thing out of beating most teams but losing to the teams around us? Well, today we play two of the teams around us and have to beat them both if we want to avoid the playoffs. Hello and welcome to part 17 of Non-League to Legend. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we have massive games with massive promotion implications. We're at home against Hereford and away against Fylde. That's fourth place Hereford, who are 4 points behind us, and top of the league Fylde, currently 1 point ahead of us. There's only 5 games remaining this season. We should be in a much more comfortable position than we are. But since the last episode, we had this horrible run of form where we lost 3 out of 4 games, and March was just looking like an absolute write-off, to the point where we finally pulled the diamond out. We switched to the diamond late on in both of these matches, and it turned defeat into victory and a draw into a victory. So the following 2 matches, we've actually started with the diamond. A 5-4 against Chesham. That was eventful. And a 3-1 win over Gloucester means the diamond has now won 4 in a row after we were really struggling with the 4-4-2. So I think the conversion to the diamond is complete, and hopefully we can use it to push on and top the league come the end of the season. 5 games remaining, 1 point behind Fylde with a game in hand, and we play them. It is absolutely in our hands. Transfer-wise, I don't think there's been anyone else leave since the last episode. I'm just seeing if I've released anybody else. No, good. What we have done is brought in a couple more players. Harvey Sayer is a winger who we brought in back when we were still using wingers, but thankfully he's also natural at left-back, and he's really the ideal left-back to play in a diamond because he's very, very attacking, so he can get up and down that left-hand side, play like a winger, but still defend with his fantastic 5 tackling, which I'm sure all you attribute monsters will be all over in the comments section. Attributes don't matter. He's quite a good left back. And we've also signed this guy, Noor Hussein, who is 27 years old, 24 caps for Afghanistan, 3-star current ability, a little bit of potential to improve, but at 27, I don't expect him to. He's just another body to play in midfield, can play anywhere in the diamond. Centre mid, defensive mid, attacking mid. So we're probably going to use him quite a lot. He was brought in just as the transition to the diamond was beginning, just before transfer deadline day. So this is what the team looks like now. The fancy pants diamond with new boy Hussein sat at the bottom of it. So it's Marshall in goal, a back four of Donnelly, Terry, Al-Jafri and McKnight. Hussein behind Cisse and Hinchy. Hinchy's actually a natural Mazzala, so he suits this role quite well as well. Roberts getting to play in his natural position as an attacking midfielder, and he's in behind Bakayoko and Campton Sturridge. Bakayoko not quite keeping up with the goal-scoring exploits he showed during his first couple of matches with us, but I guess he's going to be less effective in a diamond than he would be in a 4-4-2 with wingers throwing crosses at him all day long. In fact, I wonder if there's an argument to switch him to a pressing forward. And just try and get him running around a little bit more. At 6'4", he's still going to be a threat from corners, obviously. But let's try him as a pressing forward alongside Campton Sturridge. Why not experiment for the big game that we must win against Hereford? We're going to submit this team, and fingers crossed, we are going to come away with 3 points. Any dropped points at this stage of the season, not under normal circumstances, I would say would guarantee us the playoffs, but considering the form everyone around us is in, maybe it doesn't. I mean, we had that horrible run of form where we lost the 3 games in 4. They've actually done the diamond as well. And we went into that 3 defeats in 4 matches, top of the league, by maybe 2 points, and came out the back of it still pretty much top of the league, certainly in the mix. This is a very unfortunate goal to concede. Oh, Marshall, make sure we don't concede it, but it was the big ball over the top, and we were caught very flat there, and they just got in behind us. But it is interesting to see Hereford have come out with the diamond as well, because as we learned last season, that 4-4-2 cannot cope with the diamond. So if we had have come with the 4-4-2, would have been comfortably behind in this game by now. So even if it doesn't work out overall, we've given ourselves more of a chance by matching them up and playing a diamond of our own. But Fylde have gone ahead in their game. So their gap at the top of the league is now 3 points. We do still have the game in hand, but they have a better goal difference, but we do play them. It's very complicated. Bottom line, to really uncomplicate it, if we win all 5 of our remaining matches, we're going to win the league. We're 1-0 down just after half-time, and that's not ideal at all. Is this going to be the first defeat for the Diamond? It would be typical if the Diamond's first defeat comes in the first time you get to see it in action. And it's from a set piece as well, but we should be better than this from set pieces. We've got a giant in our team, but we are now losing. That puts Boston above us and leaves us 4 points behind Fylde, which then does take things out of our hands. And we don't want things being taken out of our hands. McKnight, lurking on the edge of the area, brings the ball down nicely, and he's trying to charge past the Hereford defender. Unfortunately, doesn't get past him, but they've not left anybody up here. They seem to be content to defend their league. And there's Bakayoko, plays it across to Hingy. That's got to be a penalty. It is a penalty. Bakayoko played it across to Hingy. He looked nailed on to score, and he is brought down, and it's a penalty for us. Bakayoko has already missed 2 penalties in a Peterborough Sports shirt, but he's not making it 3. He grabs his 6th goal since arriving on a free transfer. It's 1-1 to Sports. Come on, let's go finish them off. We want to go to the National League. Oh, lovely old stuff. 1-1. And I mean, look at the state of the XG. Momentum is definitely with us in this one. We need to grab a winner. I don't know what magic we can do here to grab us a winner, other than the fact we have got, of course, our free scoring striker in Sewell sat there on the bench, because he's not been in the best of form. We've actually played him as a shadow striker in this system a couple of times, and he's looked a little bit better in that role, but that then moves Roberts out of the team again, and I don't really want to move Roberts out of the team. Right, I might do it now, though. We're going to do exactly that right now. Saul comes in, shadow striker in there. It is quite attacker heavy, the front 4 all on attacking instructions. That's 5 players on attacking instructions. You know what? If we've got 5 players on an attacking instruction, we may as well go attacking. Let's properly go for it and try and win this football match and try and win the league. And we don't have anyone to come on at right back, which is at left back, sorry, which is silly, because I've just talked about the winger who can play left back and has played there several times. We just don't have room on the bench. I can't wait until we're at a level where we can have 7 players on the bench. It's silly limiting it to 5. Connor Johnson with the chance, but can't keep his header down. Come on, lads. I want to offer you some encouragement. Please let me encourage you. Cisse controls the ball nicely in midfield, plays it across to Johnson. One thing about this Diamond, all 4 of our midfielders are playing in roles that are much more natural for them. So it should suit our midfield players better. We've struggled to find consistent good wingers all season, and probably as soon as we lost Nkrumah back in January, we probably should have switched to the Diamond then, and we'd have been home and dry by now. But here's Campton Sturridge playing Hingy in. He's got men in the middle to square it to. Can he return the favour to Bakayoko? He doesn't need to. Jack Hingy loves playing him as a Mazzala, and he has scored to make it 2-1. This boy still hasn't signed a contract with us for next season. He's doing that annoying thing where he's waiting to review his options at the end of the season. So we don't know at the moment whether Jack Hingy is going to be a Peterborough Sports player again next season, but certainly this new system has rejuvenated him, given him a role that is his own in the team, and he is getting better all the time. Johnson has ducked underneath that one, and that is very upsetting. I had dropped back to positive. We're going back to attacking, though. And Connor Johnson, there's been a little bit of a swell of support in the comments section for Connor Johnson and how we should be playing him a little bit more often. I present to you Exhibit A. He literally ducks. We watch him duck. He ducks. He lets the ball bounce behind him and then doesn't make up the lost ground either. It's 2-2, and I'm very sad now. Come on, lads. We've gone attacking again. Have we got one more goal in us? This isn't ideal. It's Hereford who are on the attack. If they score here, it all goes out of our hands again. It's another big ball forward. This time Johnson deals with it well. And Bakayoko has got Campton Sturridge in the middle unmarked. If he could find him, I don't think he saw him. Johnson playing forward to Cisse. It's bobbled to Callum Cisse. And he scores in the 89th minute. That could be such an important goal for our promotion push. And he dances like a little horsey to celebrate. Wonderful stuff from Cisse. Another one who's playing in a role that just suits him so much better. Being able to be that box-to-box midfielder on the right-hand side of the diamond. And it's just, we're getting the best out of all of these players now. We should have been doing this all year long. What we should also be doing is dropping back to positive mentality again as we are ahead in the game. And Bakayoko doing good work as a pressing forward, winning the ball back. And now Cisse bursting out of midfield again. He's got options ahead of him. He gives it to Saul, who shoots from range. And I can't tell if that was a save or if it's hit the frame of the goal. But either way, Saul is very close to adding to his tally. But importantly, we have picked up the win. And that leaves us heading into the Fylde game only 1 point behind them with a game in hand. We could end the episode top of the league in a very, very strong position. Please, let's do that. Folks, I just want to take a moment to thank today's episode sponsor, Manscaped.com. Now, as I'm sure you already know, Manscaped is the premium global men's brand for grooming and hygiene products. And let's face it, with Christmas quickly approaching, what better gift could you give than a Manscaped Performance Package 4.0? And it all looks very snazzy and gifty inside. Your balls will thank you. Goodness me, will your balls thank you. This is game-changing stuff right here. The Performance Package 4.0 is an all-in-one men's grooming kit that has you covered from head to toe and everywhere in between. Literally. It features the best-selling 4th generation Lawnmower 4.0, which is a waterproof cordless electric body trimmer with advanced skin-safe technology, which means you can safely trim the tree without cutting any wires or breaking any bulbs. And if you're looking for a fantastic stocking filler, look no further than the Crop Preserver ball deodorant. This is one of those things where you might not realize you need a ball deodorant until you start using a ball deodorant. And if you need a little midday refresh, the Crop Reviver ball toner, just give it a little spritz and you feel as good as new down there. This is handy. You have some long days over the Christmas period. We could all do with a little midday freshen up. And new to the Manscaped collection is the Weed Whacker nose and ear hair trimmer. It's also the perfect gift for men of a certain age who've started developing the ear hair, the nose hair. That I'm 40. I'm very familiar with these things. I rely on my Weed Whacker, and you will too. And in honor of the giving season, Manscaped is hooking you up with a limited time special offer. When you head to manscaped.com and order a Performance Package 4.0 either for yourself or as a gift, you'll receive 2 free gifts. The Shed travel bag that keeps all of your paraphernalia nice and tidy, whether it's in your bathroom or thrown in your gym bag or when you're away on a trip. And also a pair of Manscaped anti-chafing performance boxer briefs, which as you can see are available in full grown-up human sizes. I wear these. They fit a treat. So that is gifts on top of gifts, which would make you the best gift giver this Christmas if you are looking to win Christmas, like I try to do every year. So what are you waiting for then, folks? Head down to the link at the top of the description below and order your Performance Package 4.0 with your 2 free gifts, plus free international shipping. Every man out there needs to add Manscaped to their holiday wish list, and I assure you, whether you're buying this for yourself or as a gift, those jingle balls will thank you. Right, couple of changes for the Fylde game. Saul is going to get a start. He just scores too many goals to not start him. And Bakayoko, although he got that assist in the last game, I don't know. I think he needed the wingers. Bakayoko's time might be coming to an end. We're going with Saul and Campton Sturridge up top. We've also got Smith coming in at the base of the midfield because he is now available again. Sayer is going to start at left back after I wasn't able to find him on the bench in the last match. And Johnson comes in at centre back as well to redeem himself for the Duck. He's one of the only, is he the only original we've got left here now? We're looking for sports originals. I think Johnson might be the only one left at the club. So, you know, got to have him in the team for the moment that could potentially see us go back to the top of the league with just a couple of matches remaining. Right, let's get these teams submitted and hopefully go and do a football, although it is Fylde who have the early highlight with this corner, and it's Johnson who's beaten in the air, but I think that's hit the crossbar. And was there a foul there? There's not a foul. I thought Cisse had given away a penalty, but luckily he hasn't. I'm trying to look at who else is playing it. Hereford have fallen off massively in losing to us. They were the top of the league not so long ago. When I planned for these to be the 2 matches this episode, I think Hereford and Fylde were 1 and 2 and we were 3rd. how quickly things change with a little bit of a drop in form. They've definitely hit the crossbar that time. Oh my word, Fylde are testing us, and I don't care for it. If they could pack that in, that would be lovely. Although we have managed to survive to the half-hour point, nearly, with it still being 0-0. Is this going to be our first highlight? It is. It's the massive ball forward from Marshall. We've seen it so many times this season, and Campton Sturridge rounds the keeper, but does it so painfully slowly that the defenders catch up with him. I am losing count of how many times this season I've criticised that man's pace. We just need him to spend the whole summer just running, trying to get faster, because if he could develop just a little bit of pace, if he could end up faster than me, then he will be such a good striker for us. But it really is holding him back, and we saw it again in that situation there where he, it was just really slow, wasn't it? I round a keeper quicker than that. Right, that's a lovely tackle from Smith. That's why he's sat there at the base of that midfield watching him get sent off now. But he's chasing over again, and he's not able to stop the cross coming in, but Johnson heads clear, Cisse, and now Sewell. Everyone's having a go at heading the football. Why not? Ball forward again, Johnson heads clear again, and McKnight tries to get it to Roberts, but Roberts, rather than moving towards the ball, is just waiting there for it to come to him and ends up giving it away, and needs to be a little bit sharper than that. I know he's our fancy pants attacking midfield playmaker, our number 10, but we actually need him to try and win the ball. We are still in the National League North. He can't just stand there waiting for ball to feet to slot through balls in, and that's good work from Cisse, who loves bursting out of midfield. And what a pass for Sewell. He's got Campton Sturridge in the middle. He's chugging along to get into the penalty area, and he finally makes it. I didn't think he was going to make it. He was outside of the penalty area when Sewell looked up, but somehow he's got his head down and ran like he means it for once. Look how far away he is here. I never would have backed him to make it there, but he has, and he's scored. And I've got to stop picking on him because he's scored nearly 20 goals this season now. He's probably my first choice striker, and it's 1-0 to Peterborough Sports. And this could be the hugest of huge episodes in this series so far, because we are currently 2 points clear at the top of the league with a game in hand, which sets things up beautifully for avoiding the pesky playoffs that, you know full well, if we end up in a playoff, I'm losing them. Terry demonstrating there the disadvantage of us not playing with any wide players, because he's kicked it out towards where a wide man should be. There was nobody there. We are desperately holding on here. Marshall and the defenders combined, just scrabbling the ball out of the goal constantly. There is a lot of pressure coming our way from Fylde. We could use a goal here. Roberts, this is where he should excel in situations like that, and he's hit the post. And that is exactly where he does excel. He just needed to... we just needed a marginal little squeeze of something. We should be 2-0 up. It would be lovely to be 2-0 up. I mean, we're absolutely mugging Fylde at the moment. We've seen in the match engine as well that it's pretty clear Fylde have been the better team, but we have just had that little bit of run good today that you need when you're going to go on and win the league. And here is Sayer on the left-hand side. This is what we talked about. This is why he's the perfect fullback for a diamond system. Plays it all the way across to his counterpart on the right-hand side, McKnight, who we know is a very good wing-back. He slides it across, and Sewell is there. And it's number 29 of the season for JB Sewell. Oh, is this the episode where I finally get to call it Better Call Sewell, which I've wanted to do from the moment I signed him? If he grabs another one, he gets the episode title. Oh, what a time to be alive. This is good work from McKnight, and just a nice little tap in from Sewell, who's playing as a poacher today. I've not used a poacher yet on FM23. There is your official review of it, though. Poacher, good. There is your review of the poacher role in this year's game. Cisse is shattered, as you would expect him to be. And this is where we've got the slight problem that all our midfield players are basically on the pitch. Ajuchi can play attacking midfield, so I guess we could drop Roberts back in. It does weaken things a little bit doing that, but at least it keeps people fresh. We're going to bring on Al Jeffrey as well, and that will do for now. We don't want to rush into making loads of changes. We're just trying to keep players fresh, and McKnight has just picked up a knock, so that makes it very easy to decide what the third change is. Idian comes on for him, and now we just need to hold on. We are 2-0 up, less than 10 minutes remaining. And there's the flick on from Campton Sturridge for Sewell, who brings it down nicely. It's Sewell charging into the penalty area rather than slotting it in to, I think it was Ajuchi bursting out of midfield. He's decided to have a shot from an awkward angle and it doesn't come off. And he's lucky we're 2-0 up and it doesn't really matter. The poacher role in FM23, not so hot. There's my official review of it. But it is 2-0 to Peterborough Sports. What a result. What a pair of results we've had in this episode. And what a beautiful league table that is as we head into these final 3 matches. We play Alfreton Town, which I'll do off camera. And then we will be back. It'll be Monday now, won't it? Because remember, no non-league to legend at the weekends. We'll be back on Monday for the final 2 games of the season, one of which is against Leamington or the LOLLUJO derby. But we could be securing our spot in the National League on Monday. And wouldn't that be a wonderful thing? I mean, if we don't do it from here, we've absolutely bottled it. And I don't like to bottle things. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. Thank you very much for watching.